what is up, you guys? I am Tuudys.
I'm Will. What's up, y'all?
All right, y'all. I'm like very excited. I've been waiting on this for like years now.
Long time.
Been hearing about it, and it's finally here.
What you talking about?
Talking about Insidious, the Red Door.
All right, man. I know we haven't been on YouTube long, and this is probably our favorite franchise over the past decade or two. Horror franchise, I definitely would say this is probably one of our favorite.
Because I just thought about, you were asking me before, did we go to the theaters to see Insidious? And I was about to say our very first video on YouTube was Insidious, but it wasn't. It was The Nun. It was The Nun I'm thinking about.
But man, when I tell you back in 2010, I think when the first Insidious first came out, it just pumped a life back into the horror genre like no other movie. This movie here, to me, brought back the horror genre, I think. I
can agree with that, and I can add in the Saw franchise. And the reason why I'm adding in the Saw franchise is because, James Wan, he came aboard on this. This is like his baby. But then Lee Wanell is in this movie. Yeah. And he's been a producer. And Lee Wanell has actually been a producer, director, and actor in the Saw franchise. So both of those kind of go hand in hand with me.
Yes, with this being the fifth Insidious, I thought that we would get the Lipstick Demon his own solo movie sometime before now, but he's finally getting his own movie.
Should have had his 2 movies ago, I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
Because the second one I was cool with.
Yeah. The second one was cool. The first one was amazing. The third one was okay. Last Key. But to give it credit, they all do connect.
Yeah, they do a very good job of connecting it back around. You could tell they kind of started getting lost because James Wan stopped directing these movies after the second one. Mm-hmm. He was just on as a producer because, he did the first one, the second one, then he was like, I'm kind of bored with horror. And that's when he went to the Fast series.
Yeah. So yeah, man, this is a big one for me and Tuudys, man. So without further ado, man, here we go.
Insidious, the Red Door.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Oh, there's some stuff going on.
Are you ready?
Hell no.
We're ready to forget the further, once and for all.
10 years later, okay.
My brain just been foggy past few years.
Why?
All I ever wanted was to be a good dad. Dalton. Renee.
Wait a minute.
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Trying to get help?
Is this a backstory?
Trying to push through.
Because the dude looked...
You drive Dalton to college. You still have a few weeks before your students show up, right? Just an idea to reconnect. I know it's been tough with you, too.
The dude looked like the actor that's playing the Lipstick Demon.
Is what we're after.
You're in the art school, I take it?
Yeah. You go here too?
Yes.
Draw an experience that defines you.
When I was 10, I was in a coma.
Did they
I
tell?
don't even remember being sick.
Sink deep into your memory and let's see what light can find.
Oh, shit. Oh, shit.
Crazy stuff.
Oh.
These drawings could be clues from my past.
There's so much you don't know, and I was too scared to tell you the truth.
Our family has been keeping secrets. They suppressed our memories, but I can still feel something following us.
There's only one way to find out.
Yeah.
So they're going back in there together.
I feel like I'm getting closer to something. Something's getting closer to me.
When you awaken the dead, the further you travel, the riskier your journey will become.
Wait a...
That fucking infamous jump scare, bro. July. Okay.
So this is based on characters created by Lee Wanell. Okay, Lee. You know, let's put a little bit more respect on Lee name, because James Wan gets brought up a lot. Yeah, he's the director, but Lee created these characters, and okay.
Man, this franchise does it right. I say what you want about the third and maybe the fourth movie, like we said before, they all connect. Okay,
those weren't the same directors, so I can't even get mad. I ain't gonna lie, I did get mad at the time. The third one is weird for me. I like the third movie all the way up until the halfway mark, and then the rest of that movie, I'm like, what's going on?
Yeah. What you think about this?
Okay, this one, for anybody who's been following this franchise, of course, you know that this franchise has a certain look with how it's filmed, color grading, whatever. I'll talk about that all the time. This is a little more modernized. You can tell.
Yeah.
So it's not giving the same grainy feel, if that makes sense. Yeah, it's giving a little more. We went back and made it a little more 4K in this, which is fine. It's just when you coming back to a franchise, you still want to come back to that same feel, but I'm not tripping off that. Yeah. I'm just interested to see Patrick Wilson is directing this, which I wanted to bring up before, but I forgot to say it. Patrick Wilson, the lead actor, is directing this.
The dad.
Yeah. I'm interested to see how he's going to tell this story, because it's kind of hard to mess this story up, considering you've been a part of this franchise. I mean, 2 movies, yeah, but that's still franchise.
Yeah.
I don't know where this story is going, because the guy that broke through the windows, that looks like the actor that plays the lipstick demon. So are we going to get like a backstory?
I like that. I like that. Okay, because his clothes look like they were from the 70s. It looked older.
Yeah, so I'm like,
is it? I mean, okay. In the trailer, he was talking about how the family was keeping secrets. Mm-hmm. So could there be a long lost brother, relative, somebody that he knew from his past, that he grew up with, that he probably forgot about? Because he's had a history of getting his memories suppressed. In the first movie, he grew up without really knowing. He grew up just like Dalton, not knowing what happened from him being a little boy all the way until he got. Basically, okay.
I get what you're saying.
He got his. He had this stuff going on as a child.
Mm-hmm.
His mom and Elaine suppressed his memories until his son started having the same things that he started having. Mm-hmm. So they kind of did the same thing with Dalton. So now Dalton is going to college, and they're both having to relive everything that Dalton went through back as a child. So maybe the lipstick demon. It's no way if the lipstick demon was a real life friend, relative, he was in contact with Patrick's character in some kind of way, maybe he wouldn't remember it because he's always getting his memories suppressed to forget.
You just went into what I was just about to say.
Okay, yeah.
Because that's what I was thinking. I'm thinking maybe they have to like frequently suppress Dalton's memory, because from the first movie, Elaine. Yeah, Elaine. Yeah. Elaine was saying how Dalton is he's more advanced.
She said he's an accomplished traveler.
More than his dad was. So I can imagine like they got to do this probably like once a year with Dalton. Yeah. And they probably just go ahead and do it once a year with Patrick's character, the dad, as well. Because it's like you might as well, like, he's getting this from you. Yeah. Because like she's saying, the mom is saying in the trailer, like, y'all have a lot of lost years. I would imagine, yes, because every time some shadow figure or something pops up in a picture with him, we got to sit down and do this all over again. Yeah. And then Elaine is not alive anymore, so they got to find somebody that fits, that actually know what they're doing. Like, you basically starting from scratch all over again. So that's what I was thinking too, sitting here thinking about it. Maybe he has to get his memory suppressed like a lot.
Yeah, and then it's kind of hard to connect with your son when the only connection that you guys kind of have is being travelers. So into some realm that can't nobody else really frequent.
And what made me think that too was the pictures that the dad was looking at. Those weren't old pictures of him when because you remember he had those same pictures of when Patrick Crane was like reaching out for him. He was sitting at the park. Yep. and they kept zooming in on different photos, and he was getting closer and closer. So I'm thinking the same thing was happening with Dalton. And it's crazy that the same pictures were being taken. And it's like every time we see
Oh, so
something in a photo.
those wasn't his pictures.
Those wasn't the dad's pictures. Those were Dalton's pictures.
Okay.
Because I think the dad either had like a baseball cap in his
I do
pictures, and then
remember
his were like a little grainier because they were older. So yeah, those are Dalton's pictures.
Yeah, man.
It's very interesting to see where this movie is going, because I feel like there's about to be like more than just the obvious. Well, I mean, obviously it's gonna be more than just the obvious secret, because the mom, she knows, not the dad's mom, but Dalton's mom. She knows a little more than she's led on.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. This family here done been through some shit. It
10
look like
years
they finna
later?
go. Yeah, man.
Man, leave me alone.
Nah, man. I'm gonna get you. I told you I'm gonna get you. Told you. I'm gonna get you.
Then especially after that video you just showed me on Twitter. That's what got me thinking about that too, with the little shadow
Oh yeah.
figures. Feel bad for him.
Yeah, man. But this movie comes out in July. They didn't give a specific date, but July sometime. It's a summertime movie. It's Insidious, man. Like, this is gonna be
it
a
had
day
a
one.
date. I just can't remember what it was.
Yeah, this
I'm
is
so
gonna be a day
excited
one,
about
man.
this movie. I don't even care.
Yeah, man. But that was our official trailer reaction to Insidious: Red Door. Like I say, man. Like we always say, man. If y'all know anything about the trailer, any Easter eggs that we didn't see, leave them in the comments.
Heard any leaks?
All that stuff, man.
Oh, also, we were saying that we think the mom, that's whose funeral that they're going to be at, Patrick's mom, because we don't really see her in the trailer anyway, and then, of course, she is an older lady by now, so, yeah.
So that's 9 times out of 10, that's whose funeral they were attending in the trailer. But yeah, man, until next time, man, we'll see y'all in the next one.